Howdy folks, it's a bright beautiful morning here in Silva and it's day 23. We're going to head out of here. It's the first day we're operating with the full extension here to Silva. And we've got our train. I think it's pretty well set up. Let's just take a quick look. It looks like it's set up pretty much like it would be if it spawned up at the East Whittier yard. Got Stenzel. Actually, it puts these on the front instead of the back. It's basically all Sawmill all the time with two Stenzel. Pretty much it. 687 tons, so it's not going to be any problem for the engine. Coming back at the end of the video, it got down to about 12 miles an hour on the Cowie grade. So, and it was around 1,800 tons if I remember right. So I think 2,000 tons is probably the limit for the Mastodon here, but we'll see. So let's get him headed out and just double checking my engine numbers. It's been a few days since I was in here. Yep, we are on number 4, and we can set him up to full speed. And he needs to head all the way down East Whittier, down here. So we'll have him pull in right here. That was weird. A little bit of a sound glitch there. I don't know if that came through, if it was just my headphones. So we'll watch it roll out, and then we'll get to work on the rest of the trains. And over here at Ella, we've got the passenger train. So let me get this set. I don't remember if I set it. I did set it for everything. All right, cool. So I think the plan will be to go from Ella to Whittier like normal. We're going to have to go backwards. But after we unload at Whittier, we'll turn the train back into Whittier, load up, and then head out. So we'll be running the correct direction between Whittier and Silva, and then it'll have to be backwards at one of the trips between Whittier and Ella. I think that's the plan. So he is still loading up. Let's pop down to number 2. How do number 2 do? He is all repaired. Excellent. I'll have him go ahead and poke his nose out of the engine house here. He'll be running the stuff down to Stenzel. Then, of course, we got number 3. Got all kinds of locomotives now. And all this stuff should be ready to pull out, and indeed it is. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's as many as will fit. So let's stick them over there. So we have all kinds of orchestration here to do. Of course, number 5. The lighting? The mighty logging Mikado is what I was trying to say. So grab those empties and then we'll shove these cuts in here. The sawmill should have plenty of stuff. Yeah, their pond's half full. So we've got all these extra locations now, but if you'll remember, Season 2 is the East Whittier Logging Company. So I'm not sure if we're going to expand into pulpwood. I haven't decided yet. But we're not going to be picking up all those industries. We're strictly East Whittier. A little bit of expansion out to Ella. That's about it. So it's pretty much all logs all the time. And then just handling the sawmill. Something changed with my mouse sensitivity on the new computer. I'm not sure what's going on there. Sounds like number 3 is getting stuff pushed up the hill. Get you some air, and then you come over there. How are you looking over there, number 3? You are shoving stuff up the hill. Perfect. That will work. Let's throw on a handbrake. Probably ought to throw on 2 handbrakes. And we need to grab the rest of the stuff out of here. Now we're looking down here on the wood chips. We've got 2 ready to come out. And they're on the outside, so that's perfect. Yeah, there's something with my scroll wheel, and I don't know what it's related to, but the scroll wheel, at least in this game, is where I've noticed it. It's not reliable. Something on the new computer. I don't know if that's like a Linux Steam thing or what. But like sometimes when I move the scroll wheel, it just doesn't register. So there's a few little kinks to work out here and there on the new system. Overall, though, super happy with it. Been keeping an eye out for new video cards. It looks like NVIDIA is going to have some stock back in around the 1st of March, so I'm hoping in a month or so the card situation will get sorted out and I can get a new video card. In the meantime, we got all new parts, and then we got the venerable old 2080 Ti in here, which is no slouch. It's actually a little faster than a 4060. You go look at user benchmarks. So it's no slouch. It's definitely not a 4090, which I had for about a day and a half, 2 days. Alright, let's get back on here. We got air and everything. Perfect. See right there, I scrolled back twice. And nothing happened. A little bit annoying. I'm gonna get totally confused here if I'm not careful with 5 locos to run. Alright, you can come back over here. Got all kinds of stuff going on here. Well, that's interesting that he took the main. There's nothing back there in the East Whittier yard. I don't know why he takes the main line. I guess he just doesn't have any rules to not take the main line, maybe? I don't know. Well, we'll pretend like we have authority to be on the main line. How about that? Wait a second. Where are you going? He's still backing up. Say what now? You're supposed to be putting those down here. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't know why he backed all the way out past that switch, but he looks like he is going to that spot. So. Okay. Who knows the ways of Albert Inman? He kind of lives by his own rules. Okay, all but you are coming out of here. So nice having the animations now for those brake wheels. Good job, dev team. Okay, come over there, and then by that time we should be about ready to get this guy out of the way. Get those cars over to the yard track. All right, he's tooting at me. He's getting ready to get hooked up. Now we can't quite get out of the way here, so we're going to have to set these empties over somewhere else. I usually stick them over on the Y track. But we can't do that because I'm going to use the Y to turn not only the road engine, but the passenger train as well. But what I could do, leave everything but one car there. Then this guy could set over here in the engine bay for a bit. It'd be out of the way. Let's do that. Let's have him set over. Nope. That's the wrong train. There we go. Got it right. Oops. Got it right before I clicked. And I hit Control T. Teleport myself. Control G. There we go. The right train and the right key combination. Now let's get air hooked up to you. Get ready to shove all these cars out of here. And we'll be ready for the inbounds. Speaking of inbounds, where is... Number 4 is coming up through Barker's right now. The stately 34 miles an hour. Alright, number 3, it's your time to shine. Let's tell you, you can go down here. That'll get you out of the bowl. You can have the stuff it takes to chug on out of here. Forgot to turn that camera sound off at Steam. I think I've kind of settled on Brutus for number 3. It just sounds right. A little stout engine. No problem shoving this tonnage up out of here. Old number 2 used to struggle. It would make it, but it was a struggle. No problem at all for number 3. Alright, number 3, I'm going to go ahead and say come this direction, so you'll be heading this way. And then we've got the new train coming in here, so I want you to come in about here. It's not snapping anywhere. It is snapping there. Okay. It snaps and you click where it snaps. Sometimes it'll bring the train in from the other direction. So just be aware of that. Basically, I want him to come in here, and then if we have enough room, I'll escape out the side track. Okay, he's headed back to the yard. Let's go ahead and check in on the passenger train. Are we full? It looks like we're full. We're ready to head for Whittier, so let's select him. And number 4 is chugging up around the curve, almost to Wilmot. Alright, number 1, head on over here. He's chugging right along. Excellent. Let's go check in on number 4. Just pounding up the track, no problem at all. Such a nice little run here along the river. Getting some good F12s too. Alright, we should probably get back to work. I do like to just sit and watch the trains though sometimes. Alright, number 5. No, number 3 is who we need to check in with. And I need to pull down about another car length. No, it's not quite going to fit, is it? We could do some shenanigans. Have it roll in here, but... that's fine. We'll leave it... let's just pull on over here. Well, if we got it right... I mean, we might be able to squeeze around there. Yeah, I think I can do it. Take over here briefly from you, Al. Not that I don't trust you, but it'll just be a little easier on the fine tuning. So we need to go revoice. Get that just down a little further. I think I can squeeze past there. Clonk. Let's try it. Let's knock a handbrake on. Try to get my scroll wheel to work. And I'll see if Al is willing. Are you willing to go here? Is that going to work? Yeah, Al says no problem. So if I tell you to go here, he does go around. All right, cool. I think this is going to work. It just barely fits in there. One is almost to the curve. Number 4 is coming down the pike. So all there is to do now is wait for number 4. So I've got my camera ready. We'll see you in a bit. And here it comes. First delivery from Silva. Yeah, I forgot number 3 is going to need to be on the back of this train to do switching anyway, so I didn't need to bring it past this cut. So it's headed back down there. Peeled off number 4, going to get it filled up with water. Just made a trip basically to and back from Silva. Still got a little over half water, so it's not terrible. We'll get it topped off. Might as well top off the coal too while we're here. Something like that. Right, let's just go to manual here real quick. tender is long enough. I think you could technically lower that, but I don't like stuff clipping through. I like to actually get it lined up, even though you don't have to. So we'll set that there. Well, he's filling up. We'll get number 3. Whoa. Camera is a little crazy here under Linux for some reason. You hooked into there. So we can take the gondolas in. It's interesting that it blocks it the opposite. Like when it was delivering here to the Whittier interchange, it would have been just flipped around. The stencil and stuff in the back and these at the front. I don't know how that kind of thing is decided, but it is different. It'll still work out though, no problem. So these guys are going to stencil. What I'll do is just grab those two with number 2 and head out, because they need to be on the back of the train anyway to get into stencil. So it all kind of makes sense. How are we doing over here? I forgot to tell these guys not to load. Load it up for points south. All right. Well, I guess it's more east than south. So number 1, I'm going to restrict you to 25 here while you're on the Y, but we are going to send you up the Y and get you turned around for your trip to the east. So let's say go there. So if we got engine, car, probably about this tree maybe. Oh, I saw a snap there. Let's make sure we're not on the snap point. There's a snap point there. So finally, at least between Whittier and Silva, the passenger train will always be running the correct direction. He's got plenty of coal and water. Coal and water. I need to make sure I say that right. Hashtag coal and water. So we got some stuff coming out of Stenzel. That guy is fine. Those guys are fine. Do we have anything? Got to look in Ella. Anything coming out of Ella? Nothing but trees. Nope, we're all good. So we just have to work Whittier. We're all set. I'm going to tell him to come here, and he should turn on the Y. Actually, plenty of room there. Between these two big trees is about where he needs to stop. Nice overhead shot of the Y here. I don't really want you slowing down, so I'm going to go ahead and tell you to go here. And you can go full speed. And then I need to tell you to go all the way to Silva Station. Oops, I did it again. Apologies to Miss Spears. I keep hitting Control T instead of Control G. I don't know why. Yeah, so number 1 needs to go there. So I will have to watch. The main line is, in fact, in use now. When the passenger train is coming through. Alright, let's get number 4 topped off with coal. We can get him turned. Ready for his return journey. A shot of the passenger train as it flies past. He's going all out. Okay, you're filling up. You need to get number 2 ready here. Is number 4 is just out, or number 5 is just out of the way there. What are we looking over here? We've got, wow, we are going through the coal. That's why I went ahead and preemptively got another car and filled it with coal, because I knew once we got these bigger engines, started making the run to Silva and back, it's going to take a lot more coal. Is just about topped off. Yield like 15.5 tons, 16 tons. You load 16 tons and what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Apologies to whoever sang that song. All right, we've got number 4 loaded up. He can head down to the Y. Get himself turned around. Oh. So we just need enough room, so something like that should be plenty. We're going to need number 2. Self-situated in that. All right, number 2, I need you to come down here and grab these Stenzel boxcars. And how are you doing on fuel? You're not doing too bad. Might go ahead and top him off with water. Could even do that over at Whittier. That's probably easier just to do it here. You're all good. It's busy, but it's doable. We've got an engine for everything. I like it. What's number 1 doing? It's flying down through Thomas Valley. Up to 43 miles an hour. Burning coal like it's out of style. Yeah, man. Get close enough here. Hopefully it doesn't get too confused here. Alright, we're going to cut that off. Now, let's get you topped off with water. Free that out. Maybe someday the auto engineers will be able to stop there themselves. That would be kind of handy. Get you right in line with the stop. Alright, he's heading out. Let's check in with number 5, number 4. Starting to get all these engines confused. Come on back over here. Yeah, like if I tell him to go to that snap point, you gonna stop there? He's pretty long. I'm gonna go ahead and tell him to come over there. That'll be plenty. Actually, now that he's on that leg of the Y, I can just tell him to head back over. Actually, do I want him to head back over? Probably don't. I probably want to stick him here in the hole for a while. Really what he should do is hang out here on the Y. This is the first day I've done the operations with the extra trains and turning and stuff, so I'm still figuring some things out. Alright, number 2. Who does number 2 work for? I guess we might as well top you off the coal since you're sitting right under the chute. I'm gonna get him some water as well. I'm gonna get him topped up and we'll head over to Whittier proper. Number 2 is headed over to Whittier with the 2 Stonesville boxcars. It looks like there's 2 to come back. In the meantime, number 3 is pushing this way. We've got the giant cut of cars work the sawmill. Well, I wasn't paying attention to number 3. For some reason, Al decided he needed to pull all the way out of the yard and come up the main line and then back over to get to where I told him to go. I'm not sure why that is. Not a clue why he would decide he couldn't just drive up through here. So I need to keep a little closer eye on the AI because they're making some strange decisions sometimes. But he's already pulled all the way out of the yard before I noticed, so I'll just let him do his thing, I guess. I'm not sure if it's going to fit in here. We might have to push onto the main to even get up past here to get down in here and start switching, so... Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Oops. So that was a lot of switching around. The problem I had was the car that needed to stay here at Stenzel was in the middle of the 3 cars I was picking up. And what I wanted to do was have that car, which is already partially, it's either loaded or unloaded, I'm not sure which. I want that to be on the outside, basically. So I did some swapping around. Now I've got the cars just the way I want them. We're sticking the 2 new drop-offs right here on the inside, and the one that was already there is on the outside. That makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense, but that's what that was all about. So this guy, yeah, he's already got some machine parts in him. So he should get filled up before these guys want to be pulled off there, is the idea. So those 3 are all there. We got the 2 pickups. Handbrake on. You come off. Now this guy's ready to head back. Do we want him to head back? I'm not sure yet. So let's stick him here. Let's go check in on the rest of the stuff we got going on. So we got number 3 over here finally. He does have enough room to get past here, so that's good. And I'm going to go ahead and have him come down to about here. Yeah, about there. We'll start peeling cars off, stick them in here. We'll eventually get the main line clear, and then we can bring number 2 on in. There's a lot going on. We've got this train probably around 11 o'clock or so, maybe noon. It'll be unloaded. Be ready to head back up the Connolly branch with number 4. Number 1 looks like has made it down to Silva Station. So that's cool. First full passenger run is complete. It must have had a brake application on it. I didn't catch it in time. So it's going to sit there for a bit. But we've got the gondolas. I don't think they will all fit, especially that super long one. Look at the length on this guy. The 71-ton mill gondola. Not sure what it's doing here getting wood chips, but we'll put some wood chips in it. This is a good size. I didn't know we had a gondola that size. That may be kind of new. Somebody will know. Somebody that pays more attention to releases and when the cars are coming in than I do. Yeah, unfortunately we're only get probably these 2. Oh yeah, we should get that one as well. And how close are we to... No, we're nowhere close to getting that car, so that will sit right there just fine. You can come back over... Whoa, come back over here. Sorry for the wild camera ride. The mouse sensitivity and stuff is different on the new system, so still dialing in some of that. So I think number 4, we could go ahead and bring number 4 down, get him on this outbound train. So if I just go say, number 4, come down here. Where does he go? It's not going to show me. We'll see if we can just figure that out without running into anybody. He should, in theory, come down the main line and then back up in here and hook on. It's a good theory. See if he's going to go the right direction. No, he is not. Okay. No, he is going the right direction. Never mind. He's already turned around. We're good. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, now there's not enough room to pull all of those in here. I come back to about... Yeah, to about there. We should clear the sideline here. Secondary track, whatever you want to call it. And that'll do. Right about there. Should be able to pull off from here. I can say stick a couple boxcars over yonder. Comes number 4 through. Chugging away, and you can see there I did go ahead and make another crew called Road Freight. Let's go to crews. So we got Connolly Creek, which is the logging train. We got Local Freight, which is the Whittier, East Whittier. Or, yeah, Whittier and Ella. Then we've got the Road Freight and the passenger train. I don't actually have a crew for the Sawmill switcher. I should do that. So, create. Let's just do that. Sawmill switcher. And number 3 can be on Sawmill switcher. Doesn't necessarily matter, but it's nice to have them all labeled with their own crew. Alright, then you can set this flat right there. Actually, right there, down a little bit. We'll at least get the flats together over here. We've got too many cars to get all the boxcars on this track. Tier 5 is a little busy. Oh, he's running down there. He'll get him on the head end of the outbounds. Be a lot of swapperooing. So how do we do on the passenger? We got ticket fare $250, $200. Nice. Does that tell me on my? Doesn't give me a. Yeah, it won't give me a daily report until tomorrow for the. It'll break it all down. So basically, we made let's call it $1,400 on passengers, and we'll see what that turns into tomorrow or today. Clear as mud. A lot of swapping around here. Still unloading logs over there. Alright, since 4 has come through, we can get number 2 back over here. So let's do that. 2. And come over here. Go ahead and push on in there. We'll see how close we can get you. We'll limit you to 10. And then really number 2 should be able to just chug on through here. Right? Yeah, because he's pushing back. You can just go tack these on to the outbound train. Which I'm going to actually pull down. So let me tell number 2 to come here. For 4, I want you to go ahead and pull on down to there. And I will get your hookup sorted out so you can actually move. There you go. Keep you at 10 since you're in the yard. It's a busy, busy day here on the railroad. Alright, and then back over to number 3. Actually got all those in the catchment area, so that's cool. Now we need flat cars. So I'll get this all sorted out. Yeah, we should be able to pull all those in, and then about 3 or 4 more moves, we'll have the stuff set in there, sorted out properly. A lot of cases here on this video where we have multiple locomotives working away on the same screen. It is getting busy. I have no idea how long this video is going to be. This might be a long one. I wanted to do like a full morning's work just to get an idea of how long it is. Alright, number 4 has arrived, so he's sitting down there. Lock off a handbrake. Try to click on the hoses. 4th time's the charm. Got flat cars, so go hook up to those flat cars. Meanwhile, number 2. You come down here. If I just told him to hook onto the cars, he would come through here. So I'm going to tell him specifically to come to this track and then come on down. I really need you to go super fast, though. Then once he's committed to coming down this track, I'll tell him to hook on. There we go. Sorted. And then some of these cars by evening time will also get tacked onto the outbound train. We just have to watch the tonnage. I know it can make it with 1,800 tons. 2,000 is probably the limit. Handbrake is not on. One more, yeah, I got one more flat car. And that actually has no room, does it? That'll do. I'm just going to set these box cars over here so we can get all the flat cars together. Not that it matters, but it makes me happy. I heard number 2 whistling down there. Yep, there we go. Your hose is up. Got you off. And then number 2, I think, is done for the day. So let's stick him back in the shed. Or over here by the shed, anyway. Number 2, make your way over there. That'll do. Okay, all the flag arts are together. Let's bring it on down. So each one of these holds 7. So we're going to be 1 car short. I think I'll be able to get everything in here. Although this is a really short boxcar, so there might be hope. But that's just the way it is at Tier 5, at least at the Sawmill. Sometimes you just have more cars than they can process at any one time. So there is switching during the day to do as well. That's good enough there. Alright, grab these last 2. Raking in the money. Even after buying 2 locomotives, we're still 36,000 in the bank. See number 2's over there. Tucking in out of the way. I'm looking on the log cars. Still got some logs to unload. Number 4 looking? Yeah, I did top him off. Just double checking. I want to send something down to Silva and have them get stranded because they run out of coal. There's water down there, but there is no coal. Okay, last move of the video. Come over and hook onto those. Nah, we're not going to get the extra car in there. I think we're pretty much, yeah, we're pretty much on the bumper, so. It's alright, we'll have 1 extra car. These are already starting to fill up. They've all got 3 or 4 ton. On number 3. That'll do. Alright, we're 1 car short of getting everything delivered, but that's okay. Can switch that around. I think that'll do it for this one. We got everything done by 8:35. Now it's just a waiting game. Waiting for these logs to get unloaded, and we'll send number 4 up the Conley branch. Keep an eye on these cars, and as they fill up, we'll start pulling them out. So we get this last one in. Then we'll be sending off to Silva, which might be the next video. We'll see how things go. Thanks as always for watching, folks. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.